Mancha biom na mo akwa bai nenen sema abakro mu pantoma ano din se betawusia Captain the Smart our hosty Onua morning show na the media general no dimtinti my pa Captain Smart obia nim how see na dwuma ne ade na abusia de etiti akake the last time we did the birthday chese or the next one baby ye ebi mo so chese o opese o free onuanti na okasa bi so da bi opese o free the media aspect nim some de bebre na wa grant interview bi na interview ni mu nsam ni mu du o chese ye bisa no way back no pa John Dramani Mahama chawo no pa we ya chawo no okasa ni ade ana mo bisa no questions bi abusia tie ni ye na watimi atinase said de etie ana mo bisa no say wa pa John Dramani Mahama cha why information no nya na wrong ana and o just say most of morning show host e work Ghana ha no dodo na wo omo political party omo kasa mo di information free ho enti could be say the political party ne betimi am information be na wrong then you come out and say it boldness everything meanwhile now ukra unimu nya research bia na ogun centralfo ni mas because na just say centralfo binimo ho a they don't do research they are there and the political party various allegedly feed them informations na abusia owie na wo ma deprivation bi dia fa eye na dwuma waye ho na ono anje atum se baabi wo ho no modern sabebu ni ti atwa gyadoɔ asuon se o feli big time na emu nsam de aye dija me pese me kasa be bra tutu nsam mu ya nyebra ni enti ono ankasa na asem a wo kan ye na o kire wadwo comment section wo fa pay so.
Are you a member of the NPP? A card-bearing member?
Now, no.
Have you been a card-bearing member of the NPP before?
I may say I was more than a card-bearing member.
What makes you more than a card-bearing member?
Because I will mention names.
Okay.
I will not mention those who are resting in the bosom of our dear Lord. I'll mention Adokufo.
Okay.
I'll mention J. Kufo. I'll mention Nanado.
Okay.
I'll mention Osafumafu, Hakman Uhuswajiman, Maxwell Kofi Juma. I'll mention Chairman F.F. Anto.
Okay.
I will mention Sammy Crab.
Okay.
I will mention Kwabena. What's the name? Former J. Kwabena.
Okay.
And John Boydu.
Were you close to them?
Close.
Before
I was part of the guys who were beaten mercilessly because of the MPP in the Volta region, Akache about to be precise.
Before 2016 elections, how close were you to the president of the Republic of Ghana, Nanado? Were you close to him?
I was very close.
How close?
Very close.
What were you doing for him?
I was not doing anything actually huge, but you know, we're part of the team media guys who thought that Mahama was not doing better.
Were you paid to do that?
Oh no.
Did you take some money?
No. For this one, I can bet my head on the chalkboard. I have never taken bribe before, and I will never take bribe.
Captain Smart has never.
I've said it several times. Any politician who says he's giving me something before should come out. You know, the only politician who has given me gift is Nana Kumia.
Gifts?
Yes.
Okay.
He bought a cake, took half, and gave me the remaining half.
That is all.
That's all.
One time you came to apologize to the former president.
Yes, that we said that he's bought houses at Dubai. And
where was that information coming from? Before coming on air to come and say this, where did you get that information from?
There's something we call political peace strategy. The P I will not explain. The politicians know what I'm talking about. And you know, morning shows years back, almost 90% of morning shows relied on newspapers for information.
Yeah.
And politically, most morning show presenters and political talk shows are aligned.
You are one.
No, they are aligned to either party Q or party W.
So you mean every political morning show?
Most
of them.
They are morning show and political talk show hosts are aligned. Either aligned with a particular story or aligned
with a political party. So you were aligned to
as NPP. Of that time, I was aligned to the NPP.
Okay, so now you are aligned to NDC?
I want to remain Ghanaian.
Okay.
Because I've realized that both of them, they are political garbage.
So where did you get that information? Was it from the newspapers?
No, it was on the front page of the Daily Guide. And then let me be sincere with you, we're told to push it. So we also pushed it.
Who told you to push it?
Okay, every party has a chief of staff, every flag bearer, somebody who he think will be the chief of staff. Somebody would have to call you and push it.
Pushing it, were you paid? How many were you?
No. I don't know who else.
Okay.
But all the big guys who said the same thing are in this country. Everybody heard them and saw them.
So those we heard them saying.
Yeah, it's all a lie. Mahama don't have a single room, not even a chop box in Dubai. I still challenge anybody to come and show us.
How did you find out? Because this is.
I went to Dubai.
Dubai is very big. How was your investigations like?
Chief, if Ghana is too big, if you have a house here in Accra, it is easier for people to know.
Okay.
And Dubai, you can just Google the houses that they sell, the apartments that they sell. If it is being bought, even if it is on mortgage, it is easier to know.
Okay.
As soon as you Google the location with the address, you know the owner.
Okay, so you did those checks?
I didn't do those checks. I didn't waste my time, because as time went by, we got to know that it was a lie. It was a hearsay.
Do you regret doing that?
I don't actually regret, but I am
okay,
that I helped some people told a lie.
But you were not paid to do.
Oh no. Me story. I mean you.
You don't do paid stories.
No. That's why I'm able to speak my mind.
Were you promised when the president was coming to power?
Well, I've said on air several times.
You were promised, right?
Not promised. I've said on air several times. I've refused appointments. I believe that. And if you ask Gabriel Chedaku, he's alive. And the finance minister, when we met in a house closer to the electoral commissioners in their headquarters, I told them that, look, somebody would have to sit back and watch the old boy succeed. If he's going wayward, somebody should be in the media to bring him on board. That's basically what I did.
Okay.
Trying to keep him in check.
Okay.
But they think that I'm being too hard on them.
So you finally came out to apologize for coming out with those stories. That was
one story.
Well, just one story. But as a journalist, why didn't you do your background check?
It is not a matter of a background check.
You were supposed to do a background check.
Let me tell you this. You were sitting here.
Yeah.
Did you know where I was before I came here?
No.
It was your producer, right?
Okay.
So let's continue. So let's continue.
Okay, so the story came from a source.
It was on the front page of the Daily Guide, not a source.
And that was it a mouthpiece for the government?
Well, I can't tell.
For the then opposition party.
Over the years, we all know the political biases of Daily Guide.
Okay.
So I mean, it's obvious.
You contributed bags of cement for
100 bags of cement
for the construction of.
I regret. I should have used that cement to build a house for my mom.
You want to take it back?
If they will give it to me, I will.
You want? Why? Why would you?
Okay, let me tell you this. When I heard that our president wanted to build a house for the Lord.
Not with a government.
Ask my guys. I asked them to bring me a hanky. They should get me a hanky.
Okay.
I was very much happy, very, very, very enthused that my president has had the vision of actually building a house for the Lord. If not for anything, I am a Christian.
Okay.
And
you can bring it. You can bring it.
And I told few friends that this is a good thing that we have to do.
Okay.
We don't.
Okay.
We have to support, because the president said that we have to contribute as Christians to build that edifice. So I was happy that my president is calling on Christians to do what was done back in the Bible days.
Okay.
I heard the president very, very well at Nima. I heard him so well
that
when he said that that's why we will not put any money from the coffers of the government to build the house.
Okay.
I will call on all the Christians in this country. And I said, oh, good idea. So on the day of the launch, I went to buy 100 bags of cement.
Okay.
And carried one.
Okay.
I carried it.
We saw you carrying one,
yes.
But it was 100 of them.
It was 100.
Okay.
But that's the one I carried was symbolic.
Okay.
It was symbolizing my readiness to carry and give whatever I have for the completion of the Lord's house. So we were told that day that we will need about $200 million to complete the National Cathedral.
Okay.
Almost all the pastors, the big and small, that gathered that day surrounded me and prayed for me that I have done a godly thing. I am proud of myself for the cement I carried for the Lord. I am proud of myself that at least I contributed for an edifice to be built for the Lord in my country. But I regret the corruption that I have been seen to be part of that.
You think the president deceived?
No, it goes beyond the word deceitfulness. It goes beyond that, you know. And now we have spent over $200 million.
Yeah.
And we've cleared the place, moved judges to a different place altogether, rented hotels for judges, because we're going to build a home for the Lord, a house for the Lord. Imported rocks, stones from Israel, and all that. And after spending over $200 million, we now have the biggest pit in the world. Wow. Sitting right here in Ghana.
Chipping something.
It's a shame. And to be honest, all the pastors that are on that particular board of trustees,
some have resigned.
Yes. Those who are still on that board, I think that they should go for 40-day fasting and ask God for forgiveness.
They should ask for forgiveness?
Yes, from the Lord. Because this is not a promise to man. It's a promise to God. And I believe that we all followed suit because we all believe that God exists.
Yeah. That is the reason why.
So there is God.
Okay.
And then you tell God that I am going to use $200 million to build you a house. And you have spent over $200 million and you don't have a single room for the shoe of God. What have we done? As human beings, as black people, as Ghanaians, we have believed lies over and over again to an extent that we have succeeded lying to God. We have deceived God. We have promised God and have failed. What else? Who else under the sun can't our politicians disappoint by promising?
Okay.
And this is a serious matter. Look, people think that we only have to be talking about it, and inside my bedroom I feel so sad about the National Cathedral thing. That so if God is going to measure favor and mercy by actions and inactions and reactions, what will be the kind of favor from God to this country?
Buildings were they had to break down,
judges, buildings and all that were pulled down. Some of them, lived in hotels for several months, and we still do not have that. It's a shame.
Do you think the government should look elsewhere, look for money?
Elsewhere where? No serious organization under the sun will do that. That cathedral sitting there, they can't build it.
They can't.
No, they can't.
Would you advise in case?
In case what? Whoever wins the election,
yes,
they will not.
In our current state, what do you want us to do?
Look at the demeanor of Bawumia when talking. When he addressed the entire nation, did he mention anything about National Cathedral?
No.
It is one of the useless things to him.
Okay.
It looks useless to Bawumia, I'm telling you. As for Mahama, don't talk about it. It looks more useless to him. Okay?
Okay.
If individuals were allowed to contribute, let's say maybe 10 years to Ukraine, no problem. But when you commit state funds into something and you say that may you see $200 million to complete, and you have spent more, government have spent more than $200 million plus our contributions. Plus our contributions.
Wow. So what do you think we can do
about the cathedral?
Yeah.
We should forget about it for now.
Leave the place just like that.
What else can we do? Fill the hole?
You think we have to those who have incurred this cost on the nation should be prosecuted?
No. You see, people should be prosecuted. You know, now the National Cathedral is not something for anybody. It is for the Republic of Ghana. And government said,
should the others who also contributed go for their money?
And now that money gone. Wow. And you've still not completed the project. It's like a DCE taking money to build a hospital and failed to do. You go, you arrest, you prosecute, you jail. So the first person to be jailed is this government. Ghanaians should vote against this government for lying to God on our behalf.
Okay. And that is what we should do.
Yes. We should show them the red card of the creator.
Ghanaians should.
Yes. Because if you can lie to God, who else can't you lie to? You get a drift?
Yeah, I get you.
So the first person that should go to jail is this government about the National Cathedral. We should show them the red card.
They should go.
Yes, they should go. Because you lied to God.
Dr. Bawumia has promised to come in, and when he's voted into power, there are certain things that he wants to change, especially with e-levy and a couple of things. He says when we vote for him and he comes back, because he is just a mate, he's not the one in the driving seat.
There's this beautiful lady who got married to a very young man. Very energetic, to the eyes of the people, very hardworking. And this lady was enjoying. She was driving all the posh cars, living in a mansion, go check the lighting of the house, food, drinks, whatever. Everything was provided for. But every night, the husband was out of the house. He goes out of the house in a black shirt and comes back in a pink shirt. One day, the lady got to know that the husband, a armed robber. But because she was enjoying, kept quiet and supported the husband to perpetuate that crime. You think that the police should not arrest the lady as well?
She has to be arrested.
Both of them should go.
The police will tell you aiding and abetting.
So both of them should go.
Wow.
That's the story to the answer.
Who do you think will win the 20?
I don't want to even know.
You are a political model.
Listen, me, 2024, I don't care who becomes the president. I care about who will take care of this country. And I'll be more aggressive after 2024 elections than before.
Aggressive?
I am telling you.
On the one going to win.
I am telling you. I am telling you. I am going to be super aggressive.
You are aggressive on this government. Are you scared for your life?
Scared?
Yeah.
No, I am scared that this country,
ask him about Chada,
has been raped over and over by the husband. You see, Amagana is a very beautiful young woman who grew up in a British home. Very beautiful, sweet accent, sleek, and every other young man in town was running after Amagana. So there's this young man called,
Ask him about Chada.
a young man called Kwame Nkrumah, who married this young lady. And he said that when your boyfriend was leaving you, he didn't give you anything. But me, I'll give you something. And this man built homes representing factories and so many other things for this lady. And unfortunately, the brothers-in-laws and sisters-in-laws ganged up with people who were not part of their family. And Amagana divorced her first husband called First Republic. Then the Second Republic came, also said that I love Ama, I'll take care of Ama. And Ama's parents agreed. They also came, not knowing, because Ama is very beautiful and sweet, they also wanted to get their share. And again, Ama and Kontafo and others came together and divorced. Then the third husband, Third Republic, also came. Then somebody came to marry Ama, calling himself the Fourth Republic. That me, the Fourth Republic, I will make you, Ama, the most beautiful woman. And Ama, you have a beautiful son called the Greater Accra region. I will make everything for Greater Accra, so that when Greater Accra grows, marry and have children, his children and children's children will not suffer. So I will make Accra the cleanest city.
Okay.
And in the Fourth Republic, because Ama is still young and beautiful, the Fourth Republic had a first man called Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlins, who married Ama, brought PAMSCAD, Program of Action to Mitigate Social Cost of Adjustment, and Mobi Squad, all in the name of trying to make Ama happy. At the end of the day, Ama's last cloth that she had wanted to wear to her son's wedding, JJ Rawlins took that cloth and gave it to his wife. That is in Samum Cannery. Gave it to Nana Kunidu Ajman Rawlins.
Okay.
That marriage also collapsed. Then another man in the Fourth Republic called J. Kufo also came, married Ama for some time, and then the marriage also collapsed. Then another man from the same family came to marry Ama, called John Evans Fifiata Mills. Unfortunately, Ama became a widow.
Because
a woman whose husband died in the morning, in the evening, the family gave another man to her to marry, called John Dramani Mahama. So John Dramani Mahama married Ama right after, a few hours after Ama's husband. Husband had died.
Not even to wait for the barrier and everything.
And then the family also said that, then through their call. But we have found another man in the Fourth Republic for our Ama. That man is very eloquent. He's a lawyer. He's studied politics. He's followed politics. He's led demonstrations all in the name of you, Ama. He's got you at heart. He's called Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
That is the current.
He will marry you a nice way. I mean, Ama, you will enjoy life. So Ama was torn between.
Ask him about Alan and also Chada.
In the eye and said, okay, who the mamen komra? But I'll send my son Kweku Ayindoho to make an announcement. If I love you, after the announcement, I'll come back to you. So Kweku Ayindoho, who is either a niece or whatever, a nephew or whatever, a cousin or whatever, to the yet to be divorced husband, said that they were in a comfortable lead. So Ama relaxed that, oh, at least he has built something for me He's built this hospital, this thing, that thing, that thing. So if he's in a comfortable lead, no problem. Before Ama woke up, the new husband was holding a ring to wed her, and Nanado finally married Ghana.
2016. Yes.
7 January 2017. And I must say that the worst of Ama's marriages started from 2017.
The worst
of Amagana's marriages started from 2017.
But you supported that marriage.
It doesn't matter. It is only the fool who doesn't change his mind.
You've changed your mind.
Do I look like a fool?
You are now for cheddar. What is the relationship between
I am not for cheddar.
But what is the relationship between the two?
I like him. He's a young man. Very good. Very eloquent. He sounds a bit politically aggressive. He's done something that eyes can see, and he's had this ambition to lead Ghana. Anybody who has good intention can marry our Amagana for us.
Okay.
So, he can also marry Amagana.
Cheddar can.
If Amagana agrees, nobody can say no.
Do you think recently in his recent interviews he said he was going to dredge the sea to the Ashanti region? There's been a lot of controversy and statements around. Is it possible? Is it feasible?
Why do you want to drag me into this conversation? But anyway, let me answer you. If you want to redirect the sea to a location, is it called dredging?
No.
Okay. So it is not possible.
It is not dredging.
So it is not possible.
So what is possible?
First of all, it's doable. Because anything under the sun, both of us can chew this table. It can take so many years, but we'll still chew it.
Okay. So it is possible.
It is possible, but I think that should be about 200 years to come.
Okay.
You see, the things that we need in this country, prioritizing the welfare of the beautiful lady called Ama.
Okay.
Redirecting the sea from Accra to Kumasi is not part of it. Because when you get to Kumasi, which suburb of Kumasi are you going to collapse?
Because
which suburb of Kumasi are you going to pull down?
To get the sea but it could have been better, because you see, let me ask you, because former ex-president John Ejokum had this plan for Boankra inland ports. And I don't know what happened to that, because Cheddar wanted to help so that in case we want to transport goods and other stuff from Tema, we could do it. But J. Kufuor had this idea. But
it was inland port.
Inland port, yes.
You see, Ama is so beautiful that if you are not careful when you see her, you speak like a mad person.
Okay.
The beauty of Ama goes beyond human comprehension. So if you're a man and you want to marry her, you have to sit straight and think right. Otherwise, you will open up your mouth and say anything. Because she's so beautiful to an extent that her beauty is very devastating. When it comes to gold, she's excellent. Diamond, super. Manganese, super. Lithium, don't go there.
Wow.
Oil, fantastic. Timber, human resources, abba. So that woman called Ama, when you get to her house and you say you want to marry her, if you are not careful, Ama will give you money.
Okay.
So it makes the men who want to marry Ama talk by heart. Because yeah, that
is going to be very
so it's doable.
Okay.
What we need now, first of all, is quality healthcare that will give the Ghanaian the assurance and hope that I can live longer to help build my country. This is the first thing we need.
That is what we need.
First,
we don't need a cathedral.
Quality healthcare that will give the Ghanaian hope that I can live longer to help build my country. First thing we need.
That is the first thing.
That is the first. The second thing, I don't want to hear anybody talk about roads. Roads is a byproduct of a good thinker. So we share by on to me president.
Okay.
It's straightforward. Bam.
So roads
is part of healthcare.
That is what you have to do. Is
roads. If you want to talk about healthcare, me if I were the president, I will not talk about roads. I will talk about healthcare. Okay. But roads will be part of healthcare because the ambulances will not be piloted in the skies.
Sure.
If you don't have air ambulances and all. So when you talk about quality healthcare, you are talking about quality roads that at in the speed of time, a sick patient can be transported from this location to that location. The next one is food.
We need food.
Yes, that the Ghanaian when going to sleep will not be wondering what to eat the next day. Otherwise, that person will become an armed robber.
Okay.
So quality healthcare. One, number two, food. You know, the word agriculture comes from a Greek word and a Latin word. Agriculta. Meaning we have agreed to do it together and get satisfied.
Okay.
So the word agriculture, the first syllabus, agree.
Okay.
So first of all, we must all agree to eat what we grow and grow what we eat.
Okay, eat what we grow
and grow what we eat.
That was what Danlati, the lane Danlati stands.
We don't have to wait for Ukraine to go into a war with Russia, and then our Greek minister will come and tell us that because of the Russia-Ukraine war, we can import maize. It doesn't make sense. So first, second one is food. The Ghanaian must have access to quality food. Food security should be key. So I was telling a friend, if I were national security, I work Temahamo. Not 2,500 containers, over 1,350. I was here, say, saying, and then our containers, you say transformers. Then our container, cable metals and the womb container mudu cable ECG for the wire and the mama mudu transformer mudu 1,358 to say and here yes yira obient me and come no she okay you find on say ya to we oh Sao bank for me. Yesterday you was saying me FM. Bank for Developmental Bank na kufa do tie no. Okofa 700 million euros. Ana omode kokko shame. 1 year bank na se maboka. Sikaro wa hiyo sika ni na asa. Over 1 billion Ghana cedis. Sikari na ashe. Obi anka she. O kape say hey. Umpa mani ye. Bibini au. Show, aye den ye ti krom ha. Na eho agric minister catch them say fertilizer bags mako 800,000. Efum ponko. Afako. Wait. Hey, Ghana ya wow. Efrum ponko. Efrum bey. Oto wasa no twa nani wa ha na wafa. Na efrum ponko de na no afa. Na de tekrama afa fertilizer bag na wa roli na koto na chi. Na efrum de adwane. Ebe ya asama ya se minister kura wa nko ho no hwana shman sonka. Efrum bey. What do you not turn China? Yet what's the Ghana Revenue Authority about say 11 and you didn't account a coup. Wait, oh, Erade. Bibini, oh, and what's Bibini and the Pow? Ojay, your priorities, don't know. Ojay, these are the things, sir. Obi be deep Mampedia, the new wetchy. Ojay. The answer make away na and na make fast service asem. producer your minister no video no ready. Honorable Muntaka say Oko ministry hono ade a wahum say na Ghana ye fire tender eye mono pa no e 11 years.
Wey bibini
the newest
bibini ni pa o
e di mfie du baako na say bro no by 10 years 10 11 ade ye to say ye to 2014 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and here 10 years, 24, 25. Come on, I say 12 years. Either 12 or 11 years. Not yet your man. Now, Banya Bedi and so. In fear, watch it. When to me and talk about Kupempo, the Dumja, we MPP near. Nessa was sorry now, Kasa, and say I don't question Bonkum.
Wait
8 years, not even a single fire tender. Honorable Minister now say, and I'm saying sorry, I'm not Ghana for ye blaming fire officers. Now who here say Obia Bachina no esi fire service force. What who here saying? Bomam, Bobidio no mam.
And the way to, and all of us need to also make a contribution. And the way to make the contribution, in my view, I'm doing a paper to cabinet that look, the fuel that we buy, let's dedicate just 10 pesos per liter just for fire. Because as we speak, when I went to the Ministry of Interior, I realized that the newest tender that we have was procured in 2014. That's more than 10 years. You and I know the way they run. In about 6-7 years, they become obsolete. Yet the newest tender we have is more than 10 years old. Why? For the whole 10 years as a country, we have not bought even a single fire tender. So sometimes we all blame the fire officers for nothing, because they are using obsolete equipment. So sometimes the frustration, they go through so much frustration themselves. So one of the things that I think if we can do even 5 pesos on a liter, what it means is that we'll have a dedicated, and all of us need.
When you casa or your minister or drink, Sam Rosberry Sam Rosberry, Okodi Minister of Interior. Miami Krom Dagareni.
Indicate yourself.
Yeah. I'm Rosberry Senator. Sabia Bru Sabia Nyado, any day kwasu no bu kwaso. When Timi and top tender baku pempo Amagana National Fire Service. Okwa na Miami nuya. Ozinzim oya herikote so ba Henry Kwade say one check. Henry Kwade say one 2 years in 4 minutes. 1 year crap say one ni. DH1 so no collaborate. So we boss we no call that. When Timi Amaya and top tender baku pempo from 2014 ebe see 2025. Moment me and top fire tender back to the first time of a would maybe a phone line and a boss 730 pepe maybe a line at two. Then can't say now I'm doing by example. What do you not to China? I could say MP. Once I know the Afenyo Makinsechi. Oh, take the responsibility, my lord. Mr. Speaker. He's a grown-up man. After you court to one uja faira, what all na kawuya be man katrona na security for the metro way. Because Adamu Sakande, Oko jail. Ana Rafi. Yes, a man swear. What's a man swear? Wait. Says who didn't tell. I must say one to tell. You see, I am a politician not doing your one say. Be a was as should be a one there. Chief Justice Obeko. Okwa no Obeko. By now the name ina ya park area they can say driver no difufu. Obe static car say pami prum okwa no Obeko. Because tie hwe ya mount to me a bibini to me ye the two bore ye the two bone ase ye mfa to me hom nipa kon so one kasa Supreme Court my judgment omu we omu safe do ye san ko High Court na wa ma Supreme Court wa ma judgment awie ye ko dey High Court bibini because abai bi wo ho obi afi so betimi aye de ope bia wasase so gwen adwasa fo kasa na musu ngo papa na e captain when I interview adwasa fo waka de obeka na wie bibini asa na okan so adwaso moa so moa eti tumi ya nipa nya ye no ose no ojai priorities sabeti SSC let's have a pesicato painter pentimi da yatrem na metewasa so di ayi am ko to bubura machine mesifi wani adweme na wo mitrim gwen obi priority dey say or the $1 million betu fie na wi aka to say yen sabode I don't know. This is na yabo mudino. Mama sam na me kana no pay. Every DC or ye powerful. Obetimi emia wo tokrom ho pa sa ko regional minister mpo na bedum kran. This is na yabo mudino. And then e china e bi so foforo so be san ba. Yes. Yes, Ramo say. Sa resetting Ghana. David Jana may come before the NDC manifesto. Say maybe your president I will reset Ghana to factory setting. Say na ke wuti. Resetting na e kosono. Ni titiri nu jira mu a yama mu tumi na so cause yan yeti hey no say wo reset your phone contact your phone so any choice anamwa contact na wo phone no so na wo reset no hey yes citizens no apps are what download no apps no only choice bia cause you want to reset your phone to factory settings it's yes citizens no and shada ye ni robia play cause enam ni senitini pra ase ho de ye hwenye this is wo Ghana na ntiase mo a ya mbom mudi am ko mo ntiase say mo ye powerful enti ko yusu sa power na wonya no feja din wo ho Fatsa tumi na ye de ama no fa ko ja edin e wo ho edin a ye ba enye te say regional minister bi na menim ne baabi ba wi apetehye de fufuo atogota man driver to car kwa eja no gwen me mo bi ani o so we DC ya empuntu a won potam ho nyina no won sam na hye te say the empuntu a won Ghana ha nyina no e hye mahama nsem ba wo de ko na ma priorities ni nye say Guess. Wani. Oh, I don't know. Yes, and you bet me I will be on your head. Never back up every to far one. A to far one. And what I don't say we want to perform. No better sound which they ho. This is now more kono. Na obi pe wenya wo ti ase party no ye kan say wo mo fa nipa me ensamra na yenyim baako if not more 3 pe nipa 3 na ko na wo president ahwem in consultation with the Council of States, party mpenimfo led by your national chairman Asem Katia and a Feino Minister of Local Government, Atnas Chief of Staff, Eka Wadjun Hona Yadiama Wu, Sako Nakoye MC, Koye DC, Koye Mayor. What do you call Nafakodi Agro? Obatienka. What do you call Nafakodi Agro? Ubatienka. If sir, I dare yet to be Diagro, Kumapa, and Potam Mamuno. Every time I can hear you. Because after all, what? Mahama Baye was in rage. Why you never Kasaka said I'm a gun in your ding? But I'm Potamono, then I know. She knew. Which LDC there? 6 unit classroom block. Yes, 100. 3 unit classroom block. Yeah, yes, yes. And the man can think it. I am a dream of crime and tears. And you see, because say you entire memoir as it. Makato say you bo interconnect. Say you bo superzonals. Say yeah, no, can say 8 regions out of the 16. This is now already. Yabo. Assembly members no ko time so. Muchu mu time wo magiska.
You have just 1 minute remaining.
Wo ye day wo magiska.
You have just 1 minute remaining.
Wo ko other places me sanka me ye Jomama. Obia ye NDC parliamentary candidate to lose election you obey DC. Sanka me ye Jomama. Ba me nyono. They were saying to me myself me do president mfoni atetare bo aho akwato abama man lusu na ya Sunday DC na won potem ho no akoma nipa foforo.
You have just 1
me ye mampania obi okọ MP ship bi olusu ye bia no kwoto aso ho.
You have
now the forward die no ho na be ade. Eto da sese ye te niam bi asese mete nkrofo se Captain Smart ye adwuma Mahama granted ye mfa ne sa wani na ye se Captain Smart abon ho modern won kran eti ye the AME mame ye nkrani me ye nkrani
indicate yourself
sir gamanche lungu amanche wo mo ba na wo mo kamino ka de hina me be hia won
indicate yourself da wuhudi
ye wo wuntimi nkase sabe obi oye ofi voter region obi ofi Ashanti region wa ye party adwuma pa wo yendi enti ye pedisi wo yendi a ye se mfa Ashanti ni na igbeni what be that ye wa ade bi wo ho a enye tribal politics o wo betime ka to say from akwasi agimai wa kwatra voter region wa ye adwuma pa enti ye pedisi wo akache abo a ne ye se de ama akwasi agimai na ma wuli ye den
my God indicate yourself
there be you see your district bi ni constituencies bi wo ho a MC no DC no entimi nko obi foforo ho ade de ofiri potemo wo kan okure pa ojai hey ojai we na be hanya me ni no aka chem se theater go ekwoye parliamentary candidate e wo kumawu a na sabe me di Yusufu a am influence o de mame emfa etino esesa party ni mpanimfo am wo constituency level no this is the time esesa mu show maturity when any time esesa NDC party executives are mo wo form ho no e bia wo de obi koy wo de afiata go koy ya fa ma no ye de ama Fabia no wo de Captain Smart koy ya fa ma no ye de ama Abraham this is the time esesa wo kire se wo ni nyansa na keyo kabo ye asabo de ni on cartons I say jai na a form hono juntam na ye confirm DCs na MMDCs na tam say the be common fund na da hono say common fund ne ba na say we need DC we need MC ya yet me nyesika mfa nye dwo district nim it is assembly members na be kwa kwato aba no wo be yo imagine so mma disika na say o man to a ye wi na ya ma obi apia na ya kama hye dem ho na guam
indicate you are
because woman pe say Bottom hono mpuntuo beba asekere no because coordinating director now all act as DC no on to sign check bia why want to kwaji approval abakwa regional minister ho
me kwa
aje wunya DC MC baba he no na ade a ehu pa ne say wa party member what you see kasa yen tuntia president kufota mo so aye ko gu a chairman bi mo no ho say ye gu anu gu atro o mo de shede mo kokko so here o say chairman na ye den mafia ase pani pa ye peja wo sakwaso ne ye bo amoto mburu papa ya moto mu na nipa kokko so na moto mu na ye ko say ya
indicate you are
because one constituency chairman or the new years and a year, me best about this little and on the echo. Who were your chairman? What do we know? So we as Uncle DC. That is the 3 Amodia. No, I say, I'm your mamma yet to it. I'm so sorry. You're Roman assembly members, let's say, Mafia. I'm saying, yeah, fall too. Now, Mamma chairman and a brain, because Yantuntiano. That's okay, Ate. Any movie here from Accra and the district of Ashanti. Fred chairman, I see what you say. Oh, Emie, I can't find this region. Emie, Mijashi, Mara Branson makes my pen 7. Emmy, Mijashi, Baramuntia Capel. Now I would have to hobby. As constituency chairman, so what about all? Marshall de be able to make fine. What's in your? You would at all. In your bed, you pictures, you videos, the net ho. But one at one. Narration go for way him there. I catch one and no one yet. I mean, you must say, Miss Assembly members and the Coco is okay. So, whatever one of the Miss Assembly members now. Honorable so and so from electoral area. Chairman, I was saying, money. So I'm 1,300.
My God,
the fair bazi. Let's come. Also,
indicate you are
chairman. It is kind of 120. And you pana president wa bonizin na we da ona me no constituency nim why no hoda on pema asem nti so emiye ide enye na ya abre on party nim president wan hye enyunyam na me hwehwe DC a am chairman me yere wan fa man was am in perform na sa ko bi wam after the rest were into his abutom bibini oh me kan say yen koye sa but we assembly man now ko disika sika de nim samo beje no we dey yebeje esa na do time yet here this is you lose your dim ka kwaso ko gidi sika back because what 20 no ye nim say sika no de mo beje but wo bia wo te district bia mu no wo nya wo say wo ni pare ya to abatia na mo hwe assembly members na ngua ho